But if you want to move fast, you have to be relaxed. So why in Tai Chi do we move slowly instead of fast? And why moving slow is so much harder than moving quickly? So there's a saying that if you can do it slowly, you can do it quickly. So we're going to look at some of the ways that Tai Chi is trained slowly and some of the reasons for that. We're going to look at the physical side and the mental side, the mind. So let's start out with that. Let's start out with the physical. So one of the reasons that we move slowly in Tai Chi is that you can't cheat. So if we think that when we move quickly, we just move, we don't think about it. And so we can cheat with our movements, a bit like walking. So when we walk, we're really just falling from one foot to the other. Now when we do this, we can start to cheat. And if we've got an injury on one side, we might start to limp and you won't even notice it to start with. Now in Tai Chi, when we do our walking, we step and everything moves at the right time. And we have to know, I've got a bad knee on this side, but I can't cheat. I have to do the same on this side as I do on this side, or adjust slightly if I need to. So we can't cheat in our movements, which means that everything moves in the correct sequence. Now, if everything moves in the correct sequence, it will mean that we can generate more power. We're more efficient. And so by moving slowly, we become more efficient. So let's look at one of the moves that we can look at how we're moving. So if we do step, parry and punch. So I have my weight back. I bring my hands in. Boys, excuse me. Excuse me, you two. Come here. Quietly, boy, don't get too excited. Okay, we'll start again. Okay, so let's look at step, parry and punch. So we come back. Now we're balanced on this leg and we step, our heel comes down, our foot comes down. We press forwards. As we're pressing forwards, we're pressing the hand forwards. So my whole body is moving forwards at the same time. Then my foot and my hand turn, which opens out my hip on this side. I'm pressing my left hand forwards. And then my hip aligns with the standing foot, which allows my arm to press without moving because it's moving with the hip. We step again, and then as we roll forwards, I push out of my back hip, which allows me to generate power for my punch. And so doing that correct sequence of everything moving at the right time, I can generate power smoothly and quickly. And I hope you can hear me over the dogs. So the next thing that we're going to look at is isometrics. So when we're moving slowly, we're holding isometrically. So we can look at step up, raise arms, where I have an isometric hold on the back leg. As we come back and step into white crane, spreads wings, you can see that we're having to hold isometrically. Now what this does, isometrics are great for building the tendons and the deep muscles. So, you know, if you've got any problems with your knees or your legs, Tai Chi is brilliant for that. Because we're building the strength in the deeper muscles and the tendons, which hold the joints together. So brilliant for the joints. But we're also going to build strength. So just natural strength. So if we look at our standing position, one of our kicks, we lift and open. And now we've got the muscles lengthened and they're strengthening while they're lengthened. But this is also allowing us to improve our balance because we're having to hold. Now, traditionally, they would have kicked quickly and then come down. But holding these postures means we improve our balance. Okay, so again, You too, you too, you too. No, calm down, calm down. What's this? What's this? What have we got here? What have we got here? You grab that. That's it. There you go. No, don't start on me. And they start on me now. Okay, so what we're going to do, the next thing we do is relax. So when we're moving slowly, we can focus on releasing tension. If we're moving quickly, when people try to move fast, they tend to tense. But if you want to move fast, you have to be relaxed. You have to be relaxed. All great athletes are relaxed, mostly because they've done it so often that they can relax into the movements. They're moving efficiently. But when we move slowly, we focus on our structure, and then we focus on releasing tension. So there are a few things, a few of the physical side. So let's look at the mental side and the mind. So the mind when we're moving slowly. So this does get harder moving slowly because what we're used to doing is using our subconscious. We don't want to think. We don't like thinking. We like to be efficient. So what we do, we just walk. We don't think about walking. That's our subconscious. Our body's designed for it. It's done it so often that we don't need to think about it. Now in Tai Chi, what we do, we slow right down. Now what this does, it brings in our conscious mind. So the problem with this is that our subconscious is very fast, about 11 million pieces of information per second, where the conscious brain is only about 120. So, and they fight each other. So you might find that if you can't remember a move, just do it smoothly, and you're moving, the conscious brain can't get involved. But when we move slowly, the conscious brain does. And what it does, it starts to go, well, that's wrong, well, what's next? Or what am I having for dinner? And it puts us off. So we start to control the conscious mind. We start to have to use it in the right way, instead of what we usually do, which is try and not use it and not think of anything, which is why we do things like watch TV and drink alcohol and these kinds of things, just because we don't want to use our conscious brain. So we focus on that, and it improves the mind. When we're moving slowly, we literally slow down. So it's relaxing. So our mind gets to be in the moment. And when we're in the moment, we look. So when we're in the moment, when we're doing the moves, we can come in and we can look and we can feel. And we can only do this when we're relaxed and we're slow. Because the slower we go, the more we can look, the more we can feel. And this is why walking meditations were done slower and slower and slower. And this is why standing still, you can look deeper. Because the less movement, the more you can look, the more you can focus, the more you free up the brain to do other things. Fast movement, it doesn't have time to even notice anything. And that brings us on to the next thing, which is focus. We improve our focus. So we can focus on the various elements. As I said before, when we're moving, we move everything at the right time. So if my heel comes down, then I can roll into my press. If that sequence isn't right, I'm not as efficient, but I can focus on that now. If I'm doing it slowly, I can go check everything. I can stop, check everything. I can move slowly into it. Roll forwards. Then I can look at sinking. So slowly allows us to focus our brain into what's happening and what the movements are doing. So there you go. Some of the reasons why Tai Chi is done slowly and why slow is harder than fast.